11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
And if I unmute, that'll be a lot easier to do the show. So good evening and welcome everybody to our daily gun show. We come to you live every weeknight at midnight Eastern, which makes that 9 p.m. Pacific and whatever it is for the flyover states. So each night we have a different topic, and on Wednesdays is when we have some fun and we have the tactical quiz. That is a it's a gun game show full of firearms fun. All trademark, by the way. And the tactical quiz is, well, it isn't one thing. It's a lot of fun. So we're going to start out today by, I already asked who's playing today. So if anybody didn't answer me, I think Roy raised his hand perhaps. But here's what we got going on. We go live every weeknight, and on Wednesdays we do the tactical quiz. It is visual to some extent, so people that are listening to this in the future, or people that don't got good screens or eyes or whatever the situation might be, you are going to be at a bit of a disadvantage tonight. But we do have nights when it's completely audio, and we do attempt to do things that reach through time so that people can still appreciate and have fun with these quizzes, these games, and these things that we do on Wednesdays in the future when you're listening to this as a podcast or just in the future as a video. So today, though, it is going to be a little bit visual, so I'm giving you that up front. And because we broadcast this live on 3 different platforms, Twitch and 2 different YouTube platforms, there might be a little confusion tonight because when you're all looking at the screen here, you're all looking at this. I'm wiggling it right now. Don't be scared. I'm wiggling the comments because I leave about 1/4 to 1/3 of the screen every night on this very wide monitor. One of the reasons I have such a wide monitor is so that I can leave a portion of the screen here dedicated to the comments, the people that are here showing up live at midnight Eastern to play the quiz or to participate in the conversations on other nights. So you're going to be seeing, oh, there's that mosquito that's been biting me. I've been trying to kill this mosquito all night. Did I just get it? Oh, man, I think I got it. But anyway, I'll be watching the comments from both YouTube channels. So if you're on one or the other YouTube channel, I don't know if that's a disadvantage or an advantage. Somebody will have to give me some feedback on that. But it's a factor. It's an element. And if it's a tactical or strategic advantage, then you know what I mean? It's up to you to play the game. I'm not telling you the rules. I'm telling you the goals and objectives of the game. Tonight, we have a couple of different new things to add to the mix. So this isn't like the other live shows that you watch that do gun game shows every week. We do ours a little differently. We mix it up. And this week, we have some, and I'm looking at the screen here. I'm going to go in and zoom in. We'll talk about the poll here in a second. But in the description of this video, the savvy player would have seen that there are some pregame points that were available tonight. The first of those pregame points would have been 10 points for someone who guesses What's that noise? Someone who guesses one of the games we're going to be playing tonight. So we'll be going through the comments here in a moment, and we'll see if anybody has guessed one of the games we're going to be playing here tonight, and not the obvious one, right? The one that we said, but the ones that are unknown. We have a couple of them that are unknown here. Next, there's 5 points available to someone who guesses tonight's featured YouTube channel member icon. What? Yeah, our channel has channel member icons. So if you were to head over to our community tab just the other day, we posted a picture, didn't we, of our different channel member icons that we got because Cape Gunworks joined our YouTube channel thing. It lets people subscribe to the channel, I guess, and it lets you have these little icons. So we have the 1.4C, which will be number 1. We'll have pink, which will be number 2. Clash will be number 3. Chair is number 4. Clip is number 5. And DGS is number 6. So someone will either guess one of these if you're a regular person, or if you're a channel member, you'll get an additional 10 points by indicating which icon. Here's the kicker. If you spazzed out and already started adding icons, if you put any additional icons, those points are subtracted from your overall total. So if anybody thinks they're going to put all the icons out there, you're going to subtract 15 points for every additional icon you put out there. So let me just scroll back and double check that nobody was putting in channel icons. Oh, no, a bunch of people, or DJ put the shit ton of channel icons. I hope it isn't the 1.4C or DJ, or no, that's GJ's just channel icon. So he's good to go. So there are, if you go down here and click on the little, where is it? If you click on the little face guy, you're going to get the 1.4C. You're going to get a pink. You can get the Clash. Is everybody seeing these? You can get the chair and whatnot and whatnot. So that's one of the perks of being a member. Members tonight, I would suggest just clicking one of these, and that's your choice. But we're going to do a random thing later, and it's going to choose one of these. And a regular, like DJ just put one in there, that would be a good way to stop right there. That would be his choice, let's say. Now, if you're one of the other channel members, you can put that in there, and it's going to be 15 points for you if it comes up for you. Otherwise, if you're not a channel member, you don't have to be. You can just type either I would expect you to type the name of it, because if you just type a number in there, nobody's going to know what it is. So if you choose to participate, you can put in the badge that you think will show up tonight. Then, which one will be randomly picked, I guess I should say. And then if you posted somewhere, so did anyone go out there and post on another platform or on your blog or somewhere about the quiz tonight? You would have gotten 10 points for that. And then have purchased from our store in the last month. So if anybody wants to claim purchases from the store, feel free, and I'll take your word for it, and we'll add 10 points to your score. So there was plenty of points to be gotten. Go ahead and claim them as I go through and say hello to the people that are joining us live through the comments here. So let's see. Smeggy was first one to jump in and say, or wait, is he? Yeah, he was first one to jump in and say, hey, from California. Thanks for jumping in. And yeah, no yelling over here. Got Mike jumping in. I don't know where Mike's at. DJ from Nebraska is chiming in. Good evening. He already voted also. We'll see that in a second. You don't have to say where you're from, but if you want to, feel free. Gunmetal, I think you're from Texas, right? And then Roy, I don't know where you're at. Ron, I think I just sent you something, so I still have no idea where you're at. I don't really try to retain anybody's addresses. I just happen to know DJ's from Nebraska because he won't shut up about it. He's always talking about the panhandle. Panhandle this, panhandle that, blah, blah, blah. Burner, no idea where you're from, but welcome. And, DJ posted on the IG. So we're going to head over to the IG. And we're going to put in DJ. Play nice. Is that what your thing is? Is this you? No. Like, you changed your shit up, man. So DJ, play nice. Maybe I have to click on more than that. Okay, I would assume I'm clicking with you here. tonight's tactic. The hell was that noise? So right on. Thank you for that. We'll put a thingy. We'll put a thing. So we'll mention you this Sunday. We'll put a link. Oh, I can't put a link to that show. I'll put a link to this show if you don't mind. And then, oops, I guess I have to put paste. We'll put DJ down for 10 points right there. DJ, 10 points for a link. Appreciate the link and welcome to the 10 points. He actually does never talk about the panhandle, but I assume that they whisper about the panhandle inside the state. They just don't want us to know about it because they think their panhandle's so good. I'm just assuming, but why not? Then Roy is in Southern California, right on, and Ron is in Kentucky, right on. So thanks everybody for showing up live. And if other people stumble in, they may have some questions. But it looks like, oh, you think we're going to play bingo? Good question, but we're playing bingo. I can't get my calendar. Oh, you know where I can get a calendar? Let's go over to gun calendars real quick. We're going to be playing bingo. Oh, let me go to the main page. We're going to be playing bingo on the weeks that the Wednesday would be in like the middle of the month. So I think we're going to do it on the 18th, let's say, of this. Well, no, we can't do one on this month. It'll be September. Oh, wait, I already said when we're doing it, didn't I? Did I say it's September 15th is the first time we're doing it? I forgot when I said it was the first time. I guess if we went over to the Gear website store, which I should probably plug a lot more often, which is our store. So if anybody wants to buy something, feel free. Oh, that's one of the pre things too. So if anybody has purchased something from the store, feel free to let me know and I'll just say how many times you purchased or something, and I'll give you that many points. But over on the store here, we do say, or doesn't it say? Oh, I think I put it in a post somewhere. Or no, I put it in the details of this thing. Nah, I think I put it in a post somewhere when the first one will be. But the first tactical bingo will be on a specific day, and we'll make a big deal about it. So it isn't bingo. And if anybody else suggested, let's go through the list here. So that's too bad because all you had to do is guess a game. I mean, you would have probably never guessed it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and give DJ 5 points for at least guessing since everybody else didn't. And that way everybody will be encouraged to at least participate, perhaps. So now DJ's up to 15 points. It might just be a runaway. And I'll just double check. Nope. And then we'll go to anybody guessing the member icon. All we got is DJ guessing this, I guess. That's what it shows up for over here. But that's really DJ clicking on the thingy right here. All right. So then if anybody posted about it, let us know. Otherwise, DJ's grabbing all those points. And I know people have purchased stuff from the store, so feel free to grab those points as you may want to. My thing does tell me my internet's going bad for whatever reason. Oh, there's a giant thunderstorm coming, so I might get knocked out, I guess, because of a thunderstorm. But until that happens, let's go play some tactical quiz, shall we? Thanks again to DJ for putting that link up there. Do I need any of this stuff? Let's see. We got the Gear website store. We don't really need that. We got this. We don't really need that. And this we'll use a little bit later to choose the random deal. So first thing let's do is head over to Tactical Quiz. I guess I could just click a link over here. Tacticalquiz.com is where we have the tactical quizzes at. We have a bunch of them over there thanks to our Patreons. Snap. There is a scroll going at the bottom of the page right now that says thank you to our Patreons who make it possible to spend time on projects like this, on our daily gun show, and the tactical quiz. So the tacticalquiz.com is part of this whole thing. And there's a bunch of quizzes over there that people can participate in whenever you want. Now, tonight's is locked up because I don't want anybody taking it before we go live here, right? But once they're live, then you can see there's a giant growing list. Every week we usually add 1 or 2, sometimes 4 to the list. Tactical Bingo is still coming up tonight. If you are up to it, let me zoom in. Handgun Magazine Capacity Quiz. handgun magazine capacity quiz. So I don't know. Maybe some people will be able to handle this. Maybe some people, this is going to be too much for them. But we also have something else that we're going to be playing tonight. A new quiz for tonight. And that means the people playing, it is a visually based one, so I apologize for that. But you people tonight will be the first. I'm not saying I'm experimenting on you. I'm just saying you're going to be the first to experience what we're doing tonight. Oh, you'll get what's coming to you because somebody is going to win. And we do have some paperwork to have you sign. So if anything happens based on what happens tonight, you know, we're not going to be held liable. So everybody's not saying anything. So it's a pretty mopey crowd out there tonight. What we've got is something that we're going to have to deal with the lag. So what I'm going to do is pause every once in a while to give everybody a chance to guess. Now, I don't know how active this is going to be, so I don't really like the idea of wasting awesome ideas on non-responsive players. So I was hoping to have more players. So I'm going to have to drop one of the rules. So here's how it's going to work. Everybody's getting their stuff. Dang, I was describing what I put in Patriots envelope, and I was going to post that this morning, but I didn't get a chance to edit videos and get that posted before this morning. So if Patriots listening, you can orient that square patch with the little threads at the bottom left. There's some threads from sewing the Velcro on that kind of terminate and start at the bottom left, and you can use that to orient that square patch. And then Haas's patch has the rocker at the top, so it's curvy at the top, and the rifle butts stick out the bottom. So those two like things hanging out the bottom are the rifle stocks from the AR and the shotgun that come out that are kind of behind the skull. All right, so what we've got tonight. Thanks everybody for letting me know you got your stuff. That's awesome. So and I'm writing down everything. So I'm doing better. I'm attempting to do better at getting everything to everybody quickly and correctly. So here's how it's going to work tonight. This is it's a video. Let's just start the first one here and you can see what I'm talking about. This is a 20-minute video. So what I did is I slowly zoomed around some firearms. And I slowly zoomed out as I zoomed around these firearms. So you're going to guess on what the firearm is. However, for every incorrect guess, 5 points off. You're going to get 10 points for correctly guessing it. But if you get if you put the wrong answer in, that's going to be 5 points against you if you do win. I don't think it's just 5 points against you. It's just 5 points against you if you're wrong, or no, if you eventually do get it. So in other words, you can guess twice, but if you guess like 3 times, then even if you get it right, you're out. So you want to be as specific as possible. You want to be as specific as possible tonight, because accuracy is more important than firstedness, whatever the word for firstedness is. Firstnessity, whoever is the most first will normally win and will win tonight. However, whoever's more correcter will be ahead of whoever's first. So we're slowly looking at this. Now there's some lag, so I don't know if this is working or not. And then this thing will slowly start to come out, and you're going to want to be as specific as possible. As specific as possible. Now here's the way that works again. Any incorrect answer comes off of, subtracted from your correct answer. I think what we're going to do is 15 points. We're going to make this 15 points each. and then 5 points minus 5 points for each incorrect answer 4 times before you lose all points, right? 3 times before you lose all points. So don't feel bad about guessing a couple of times, but at the same time, too many guesses and you're wasting your options. So being correct is one thing, but being even more correct and more specific is better than just being first. Now, if there are 2 guesses that are the same, then the first one gets it. So if one's more specific, it doesn't matter who's first. Does that make sense? So I think I'm offering some rules here that will help us with the weird lag that we've got. Now, you want to be as specific as possible and realize that this isn't some kind of garbage, I just picked pictures off the internet. These are our pictures, and you're looking at specific things in this picture. So even if there was a correct answer, and there actually has not been a correct answer, the more specific correct answer would be the correct answer. Now it's frustrating because this is difficult because it's I guess I could be describing what we're slowly seeing, because this is a 20-minute video. This might not be the best way to do this. What we're slowly seeing is the stock of what looks like the folding stock of an Uzi. And then now we're seeing what might seem to look like, okay, now we have the right answer. More specific and first answer. This is indeed not just some regular Uzi. This is the soup can Uzi. So zoom number 1 equals Smeggy. Wait, now let's see. Smeggy first said Glock. So that means Smeggy doesn't get 15. He gets 10 points for that one. So everybody get that? Hopefully that works with the lag. We're not waiting around. It's already happening again. So first guess, that's the most specific. Now this one isn't as weird as the last one. This is just a drawing that I got off of someplace. Now you can be more specific than somebody else and steal their points. Like let's say somebody comes along and goes, oh, that's a frog. And then somebody else that comes along and goes, oh, that's a specific kind of frog with a blah, blah, blah off of a book. And then, that person's going to win. Well, see, now you learn. So there you go. I also wanted to make it difficult and not like all the other gun game shows that you watch each week. Because I know a lot of other shows out there, a lot of other projects that are supported by their Patreons completely in their store will do a gun game show, completely handcrafted, an artisan game show each week. And I know a lot of them do that. So I tried to make my point system a little bit different. How's this one working? Has anybody got any ideas? Now you're scared to guess because of the whole thing. See, now we don't get this whole like, oh, I'm just going to guess a million times and somehow win accidentally. That's a scam. So I don't allow that kind of scamming. You have to have a deliberate, really good idea of what we're looking at here. Now what's going to happen is eventually I'm going to, I don't know if I should skip it. Should I skip it? I don't know. It feels like I should skip it, but I also filmed it, so I know exactly what's about to happen. But somewhere in here, everybody's going to think they know it, or everybody is going to know it, and then we're going to get flooded with questions. So I guess you can say something like, I know what this is, I'm just waiting. And you can say, I have no idea what this is, because that doesn't bother anybody. But if you know what it is, and you're not as scared to lose 5 points, then you know what I'm saying? That's where we're at right now. So this is a drawing. It is not an actual photograph. Keep that in mind. I'll give you that hint. And I'll go drink this lime juice while we're waiting. I have never done this before because this has never been done before. I had no idea how slow or fast to make this. I wanted to make it slow because of the lag. But I also am not used to filming 20-minute long videos of 5 pictures. It's kind of creepy and weird. So I feel like FPC taking a face meme of somebody. None of this? This really? You're telling me this here right now isn't obvious. Now maybe this is more obvious to some people. It's some stupid gun with its manual up on the slide, like where stupid guns put their stuff. So we know it's probably metric. DJ says Beretta. Number one, why would there be a drawing of a Beretta? Now we have PPK. Oh, I know what you mean. I was thinking PKM, and I'm like, what? But now we're seeing if anybody's going to steal anything or potentially get it correcter rather than first, or maybe nobody's been right yet. Maybe there's been multiple right answers. How does this work with the lag and everything? Is this working as a gun game show theme? I don't know if this is a good one or not. I'm calling this Zoom because I came up with a very original name for this version of the tactical. Oh, we got Bursa 380, Beretta M9. So now we're going to look for anybody who decides to steal it with a corrector or a more accurator. I'll give you a moment or two. You can basically be more correct up until it flips the screen. The screen's going to flip here in a moment to the in-between screen. So unless anybody comes up with a more correct or the most correct, then, so I think Roy gets it with Makarov. Somebody would have said something like Makarov from a technical manual. You know what I'm saying? You can be more correct than one word, I think. But Roy basically took it from all of you. And I believe that's 15 points. Because, yeah, he didn't say anything else first, right? And that is a full 15, unlike what Smeggy did over there with losing 5 points before. Now, this is one of mine. Is that a hint? This is a picture of one of my guns. That's very much easier for you now. I'm sure that narrows it down for everybody. How about this? It's a picture of my gun, one of my guns that I put on Instagram. So now I'm sure a lot of you, oh, seriously? Look at this guy. He's like, -5 points, please. So I guess that's one way to not have 25 points or not have points. I don't know about this. I'm thinking that's 5 points. Is this 5 points? At least it's specific. It's the balls of somebody to just start in a situation where you know you're going to lose 5 points for everything that's wrong. And all you got to go off of is one of mine. And then you're going to start throwing out questions when you only seen the grip, for crying out loud. Holy crap. And that's a stock grip. So it could be anything almost. Now, this is the part where, to me, I would have gotten it by now. Before, it was tough. Now, it's not tough anymore. This is the obvious part for the true aficionado. Oh, snap. Smeggy is not an aficionado. So that didn't work out for Smeggy. That would have had to been a much longer roll down that section for it to be that one you're talking about. Plus, there would have been a big knobby hinge looking thingy. The tiny revolver is vague enough that we're okay with that. But when you start putting brand names on it, that counted it as a guess. Now this, I actually think I did a pretty good job of zipping across a place where it would make it difficult. But like I say, I already figured it out myself. So I'm assuming people have figured it out by now. DJ's just going nuts. He just doesn't want points no more. The thing is, you don't get points taken away. So you can make guesses and just not win. And then no harm, no foul. It's just if you win, if you would have gotten this one, you would have lost like 15 points now. I don't know what HG means. I guess I wouldn't take those points away from you. But I'm not going to coddle people like in those other live shows that you watch every week that do gun game shows and do interesting things like this differently every week. They might coddle you. I don't coddle people. So I have a certain level of of excellence for these game shows to keep up. Now I could see people trying to guess. I mean, I could see people trying to guess. Is there a way to be more correcter? Is there a way to be the firstest? Is there some way to somehow get a thing in here that anyone, so you're basically going to have now an opportunity to look at what everybody else said, decide if they're the correctest or not, and then put in a thing. You can almost read what it says, I guess, technically, except it's a shitty picture. And then as soon as it turns to the blue here, as soon as it turns to the blue, nobody's trying to steal nothing. See, I figured this would be a good time for like the lag and for people to position. Dude, I have dozens of minis. That's like saying that's a pickup truck. Oh, no, a wasp has a hollow. Boom. That was Woods. Second guess of the whole thing. Second guess of the whole thing. This one's a little bit tougher. Maybe a little bit too tough for some people. A lot of these gun game shows that you go to during the week will make them very easy. When they do a zoom out type of episode like this, they'll make the things very easy. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in doing it that way. So for Woods, 15 points. 15 points. Second question. Talk about balls and accuracy. That's like a dude that just walks into the bar, orders a beer, grabs a dart, throws it dead center, and then picks up his beer and starts to drink it. That's what Woods effectively just did on that last one. What the hell could this be? Some people know exactly what it is at this point. Now, here's the thing. Did you assume everything was going to be something? Is that what you assumed? Did you think that this was going to be like those other gun game shows that you go to, and everything's going to be right off the cutting room, right off the showroom floor? Come on. Seriously? Come on. Even with the lag. Seriously? Come on. Come on. Come on. Really? Seriously? Oh, now I'm losing understanding. Come on. Oh, come on. Look at now you can even see even more of it. You can see every one of them now. Every single one of them. I figured Smeggy would get, or I figured somebody gets stuck with that one. I was hoping somebody would. But you lost 5 points with that one, Smeggy. Too bad. Oh, no. So did Woods. So both of you. So Woods just seen Smeggy lose 5 points, and then Woods was like, well, I'm going to lose 5 points also. It's kind of the same. That's what I was hoping I would get you with. But now, here's the thing. Is somebody going to be correcter? No, you don't have to answer on the same line. It's, in fact, would be impossible to answer in the same line if you're trying to be more correcter than what you've already said, for your example. But if you're on somebody else's example, I'll just take, if you answer like 3 guesses in one line, I'll take 15 points off for that line, just to make it clear. I'm not like those other game shows that you watch each week that make custom game shows like this each week. And then, like I say, just coddle people on the points. Oh, shit. I'm going to give Roy 5 points for that answer just because I didn't even think of that, but that's awesome. So I'm going to give you a +5 for a cool answer, although it's wrong. Oh, wait a minute. In this game show, you can get points for being wrong? Yeah, when it's awesome. That was an awesome wrong answer. So good. Well done on that one. Oh, come on. Bam, nothing. So I'm going to pause this. And what, I got to get, did I just say I'm going to pause it? I guess I have to give it to DJ. So DJ didn't say nothing first, right? Yeah, so DJ just gets a full 15 points for that. But I'm, you could have said the Walk the Talk America flyer that gets handed out for free at gun shops who participate in the awareness project. So DJ equals 15 points. Well done. Well done. Now, what are you saying? Look at the NAA answers. I'm going to go back and look at the NAA answers. Here's Woods. Oh, snap. So here's what you're saying. That they have to be on the same line. I think he's challenging Woods for that NAA 22 short. That's what I think is happening right there. Yep, I missed that. All right. I hear you. Here's what I'm doing, though. Because unlike some of those other sons of bitches who do game shows every week, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give both of you guys points. So now you both have 15 points. What that actually does is delete them from each other, but it makes you both step on Roy. So you both stepped on Roy with that one. So well done. You basically helped each other step on Roy. So neither one of you got it ahead, but you both stepped on Roy. Figuratively. All right, so let's see. We're going to go back down. So, all right, well done. I got you. Let's see. The Walk the Talk America flyer that's handed out for free at gun shops. Well done, Barbecue. I'll give you 5 points for putting it out there. So Barbecue is on the board, even though visually got a disadvantage tonight. Barbecue, 5 points for adding good keywords to the chat. So thanks for that. And then put your full answer on the same line. Yeah, he was kind of new to this. He'll be a little bit. Okay, so here's the deal. We got one more, but we're going to jump away from this so that we don't smush it all into one thing right off the bat. And we're heading over here. Nobody's even guessed what icon. So I guess there's new people here from before. We're playing the tactical quiz. We do this on Wednesdays. We have a poll going. And if you look at the description of the video, there were pre-game points. You can be making points from the comfort of your living room before the show even went live today. 10 points for guessing which games we're going to play tonight. No one guessed we're playing a brand new Zoom game, so nobody got that. People guessed other things, though. Guess the YouTube channel member icon. Well, we got a bunch of channel member icons. You can guess 1.4C, you can guess pink, you can guess Kalash, you can guess chair, you can guess clip, and you can guess DGS icon or something like that. Or if you're a channel member, you can do like what DJ does and use his power of going to wherever that's flipping down here and clicking on this is what DJ did. And then what it did is it looked like this. I can't find it now, but he did that earlier. And that's his entry as a to what his entry is tonight. I don't see anybody else having done that. So if you're a channel member, I guess we would know you're a channel member because you're going to have some kind of little icon next to your name. If you're not a channel member, then type in what it is and maybe something like a couple of lines or something so that we can see, that you're doing it. Like Patriot just typed in DGS logo. Thanks. Oh, you know what? Put in the @ sign and then gun website so I see it, and then the DGS, and then I'll, it'll make a little color thing on my end here. Anyway, so you can make a couple of points doing that if you win. And then if anybody posted anywhere out there about tonight's show, that would get you 10 points. I didn't say that had to be done before the show. I'm just saying you could have gotten points before the show. You could still do that. And then anybody that purchased stuff from the Gear website store in the last 2 months, this month or last month, let me know how many times. And every time you purchase at the store is another 10 points. So feel free to collect those if that applies. Next, we're going over to tacticalquiz.com, which is a website, as I mentioned before, where we have a bunch of these tactical quizzes. Thanks to our Patreons, we're able to create these quizzes. I don't make them each week. Sometimes I do them in batches, and we have new ones each week, but sometimes I do them like today, and I just got done making this one. It's fresh out of the tactical quiz oven, so it's warm tonight. If you've got any butter or honey, that might be the best way to enjoy tonight's piping hot tactical quiz. Some people like to put some chocolate on there. I'm not going to judge. It's up to you. But once we're over, once I take this password off of here, then anybody can play them. And like I showed you before, we got a whole bunch of them over there. So Let me put in the password. Oh crap, did my Sharpie bust in? My Sharpie just busted, so now I'm getting teal Sharpie ink everywhere. Hold on, I gotta get a different Sharpie. Turns out when you live where it's 100 and something degrees all the time, your Sharpie markers just decide to explode all the time or dry out. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. All right, I forgot what I was typing here, so boom, 10 points for being correct. I gotta get the correct tactical password. Excuse me. I'll be jumping. Oh, you know what? Let's play a quick commercial for a show that I do each Saturday with Tony Simon and CloverTac. AskGunQuestions.com is a website that we built back in 2007. And since then, for the last 15 years, people have been able to ask questions of simple to advanced nature, and we attempt to answer them in different ways over the years. Join us now as we start a new series to answer gun questions. Oh, I guess capitalization was important. So thanks everybody for your patience there. And yeah, join us on Saturdays. I bring in Clover and Tony because we've all been gun owners our whole lives and we're all pretty old. So the idea is to offer people, especially people that might be new or just people that are, enjoy BSing about guns all the time, just nut and bolts, like just all kinds of questions. And from the perspective of somebody who's been around, or from us, a group of people that have been around for a while and from different realms and regions and everything else. So tonight's quiz is called the Handgun Magazine Capacity Quiz. And I forgot to mention that if it is illegal in your locality to discuss these things, then I apologize. You'll either have to turn the volume down or close your eyes. I'm just not sure the laws in your state, but if there's some kind of laws about looking at high capacity magazines, then I feel obligated to offer the warning here. All right, so we got Woods with DJS logo. I don't know why Smeggy's typing that for. Chair. Oh, I see you guys are typing that. Okay, so we got some people. I'm going to ask you guys to just remember, only vote once. You can't vote for more than one. And then remember the one that you voted for and tell me whenever we do the actual drawings. All right, so the Magnum Research Desert Eagle, often called the Deagle by the kids. The Mark 19 in 50 AE has a standard magazine with how many rounds? Is it 7+1, 8+1, 9+1, or 10+1? We're talking about a 50 AE caliber Deagle. 7+1, 8+1, 9+1, and 10+1. I think I remember it being 7+1. So, do I count DJ's just the word 7 right here? Or do I go with 5, 4, 5, 7+1? I think we're going with the most correct rule over the first rule. No negative points for DJ or nothing, but I'm going to go with the first correct. So I think I need to flip this paper over, and this would be number 1, which was 50 Deagle. I may come up with a lot of these rules on the fly, but that's because we don't do things the same way as all the other gun game shows that you watch every single week. So we're going to give this one to 545. I'm not typing all that. I'm just going to write 545. And that's 10 points. Yeah. Next is Beretta Tomcat in 32 ACP has a standard magazine with how many rounds? Is it? And here's the little line. Everything after this line counts. So, is it a 5+1? Is it a 6+1? Is it a 7+1 or an 8+1? A 32 ACP Beretta is called a Tomcat. A 22 short is called the Minx. And I don't know what the other one's called. So the Tomcat in 32 ACP has a standard magazine. Don't be concerned about the tan finish. That has nothing to do with the magazine capacity. Is it 5, 6, 7, or 8 plus 1? I don't know what the answer is. So we got that going for us. Woods was the first one to say something, so I'm going to go with 6 plus 1, but I really don't remember, so we might have to come back if Woods isn't right. So I'm going to leave the points, but I'm going to just go next. I don't know all these. I just make the quizzes. I don't have to remember all this stuff. The next one, here's see me putting lines. That means that's the next guess. Keltec PMR 30 holds 30 rounds in its standard magazine, but what caliber is it? Is it 17 HMR? Is it 22 Lalong rifle? Is it a 22 Magnum? Or is it a 30 Super Carry? The PMR 30, is it an HMR, 17 HMR? Is it a 22 Longa rifle? Is it a 22 Magnum? Or is it a 30 Super Carry? Gizzard. Look at Barbecue over here, 9mm. He's I don't know what he's trying to do. Trying to get his points taken away? Is he kind of get all mad or something? Is he drinking? Maybe he's over there drinking. So we got Gizzard with 22 Magnum on the table. Gizzard. And 10 points. Well done. Next up. Oh, here, I'm going to draw lines. Lines are coming up this way before I flip over to the next one. Trying to kill the lag. I'm just going to make sure nobody's been putting in any links like, oh, I got 10 points by linking this on Instagram, or I got 10 points by putting a comment on YouTube or something like that. Nope. So next is number 4. The Burst of Thunder in 380. Some people love the grip angle. Holds how many rounds in its standard magazine? That's a 380. Would that be 6 plus 1? Would that be 7 plus 1? Maybe you can cram 8 plus 1 in there. Or is this a 10 plus 1? How'd that dude get that cat in that box? Answer, put the box on the ground in front of the cat. That's how you get that in there. So I don't remember the answer to this one either. So Roy said 6. I'm going with that because I don't remember the answer. So I'm going to put number 4, Roy, and same thing applies with the number 2. Again, I make the quizzes. I don't have to remember them all. If I had an intern, I wouldn't even know what the things are. Oh, shit. I had to put a thing down here. Boom. Ruger 5.7 holds how many rounds in the standard magazine? 10 plus 1? 15 plus 1? This has to be wrong. 17 plus 1 or 20 plus wrong? Nobody needs any of these numbers. Nobody needs any of these amount of bullets in a gun. This has to be wrong. This is what's wrong with the NRA and the gun industry. Why would you want to put 57 rounds into a magazine? Do you know what 57 rounds? You know how big a 50 is? This is 7 bigger than that. This is as much as 5 boxes. Let's see. Barbecue says 5 plus 21. I don't know what Barbecue is trying to put there. So Barbecue gets a redo. Imagine we're sitting in a pool and it reeks of chlorine and it's super hot in here and humid and gross, but everything got messed up. So Barbecue, we're waiting for him to swim back to this side of the pool and get his eye things off or whatever they're called, those little goggles. And then we're going to tell him he can do a redo on that one. And then he'll pull off that like rubber hat thing that they wear. And then he'll like go, huh? And then he'll start writing down his redo. We're all just waiting for that. But you can, whatever your circumstances are right now, you're not hanging out in some gross chlorine smelling humid pool, right? So you got that going for you. Eventually Barbecue will hear all this. Maybe he took off. Maybe he wrote that weirdness and booked, and then we're all screwed. Why is he saying 5/21? What could that even mean? I don't know what it means. Smeggy is saying 15 plus 1. Roy says 20 plus 1. Woods just put 22 in there, crazily. Gizzard says 20 plus 1. Okay, there we go. Question number 5, and the answer is 20 plus 1. Thank you. So now that we gave Guns Barbecue an opportunity to do what he needed to do, the shit out of all you. He just, we're like, what? And that guy just swam all the way back to their side of the pool and back and rang some kind of bell. All right, so 5 is barbecue. 10 points. Smoothly, too. He did it by jumping in the water without even making a splash or whatever. Everybody was like, ooh. All right, there we go. So next is, how many rounds does the Standard magazine, this is going to bring New York Outcast into the chat. How many rounds does the Standard magazine for the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield EZ Semi-Auto 30 Super Carry hold? What? You thought I was going to say 9mm or some stupid lame caliber in metric. This is the caliber of tomorrow, what we call the 30 Super Carry. So Smith & Wesson decided to rip off the Glock and the 1911 and put a weird grip angle on a gun and make it a single stack probably and sell it to people who buy Super Carry. They did it all. And they wrote, look how much stuff they wrote on there. They got everything written on there. Their names, where it's written, or where it was made. They got the caliber completely written out. You can't put 30 SC. You got to write Super Carry with capitalization and lowercase letters. Of course, you got a warning label. No grip zone, but something written down here. The answers, your options are 7 plus, I'm going to say plus 1. Let's just assume I forgot to put the 1 in there. 9 plus 1, 10 plus 1, or is it 11 plus 1? Roy is saying 10 plus 1, and I do not remember what it is. A bunch of people are saying 12 plus 1, and they didn't even see the answers. So that's very optimistic. Very optimistic. I think the deal is everybody doesn't know because of how narrow that 30 Super Carry is, what, right? So I'm going to go with Roy's because I don't remember. So we're going to go with number 6 is Roy again. And, you know, it'll depend on if he's right or not. I don't remember. So if everybody's okay with that, we're going to throw some equal signs across there like that. And we're going to go on to, what number is this? Number 6, we're going to go on to the last of the Zoom ones. Another Zoom one. I do this just so that people don't get complacent or get weird and think that they're going to somehow just sweep all the other things when, in reality, world is not like that. You don't get to choose the scenario of your next challenge. And with that, anybody that has some sort of print-on-demand item that came from any of the print-on-demand stores, 10 points. All you got to do is say that you got one of those, and I can verify it by knowing. Next, we will go back. Everyone's hopefully focused on the screen. And here we go. So we're going to slowly be moving around. And here's how it works, just to explain for people that might not have been here before. It'll be, what do we say, 15 points for the correct answer, the most correct answer, minus 5 points for every incorrect answer. So Patriot, what we're looking at is a very slow pan around some edge of a dark object against a white background, and it's got some kind of a texture or a pattern on it. And because we're zoomed in so much, it's difficult to determine if we're looking at a piece of plastic or if it's some kind of metal or if it's I don't know, or some other material. It's very difficult, and as it's moving, people are trying to figure out what they might even be looking at. Is it a grip? Is it a magazine? Is it a thing? Now they're what seems to be what could be a trigger made out of aluminum, anodized red, and some kind of a blue doohickey. I believe that's is the technical term for that, is a doohickey. Now we have a panhandle. What the hell kind of gun has a panhandle? Come on, DJ, what's going on with this? And then, what the hell? So every wrong answer is 5 points minus. The most correct answer is the most correct answer. At this point, anybody who knows what it is knows what it is, and they're probably trying to type the most correct answer to actually win. What? Barbecue, even if I gave you a lot of leeway, that would be a -5 if you get it right. But don't feel bad. A lot of people got -5s. I believe DJ got a -5 earlier. He's dealing with it. He's okay with it. There's no. I don't know. So what I'm waiting for is the most correctest, firstest thing, and at some point it's useless because it's over. Now it's over, and now it's over. Oh, it's over. Again, now you might go to some of the other gun game shows that happen every single week, and they might use simple, easy guns that are easy to know what they are. Thanks to Foss, who does the overnight after this show. No, he doesn't. He does the mouse party after this show. He made the intro and outro to that. Zoom right there. Man, that was, again, I apologize for not being as easy as all the other gun game shows that you go to each week. But I like to keep everybody sharp and challenge you. Oh, snap. Barbecue just wrote the most correct answer, which is actually worth 25 points. That just happened. 25 points. And we're calling those Wise Alec points. Alec points. That's the way to jump ahead out of nowhere, go to barbecue. Well played. Well played. I was actually to take all my points for that answer. No, I'm not going to take points away unless you get a correct answer. If you get a correct answer, then I take points away. I did interview the guy about that gun. It's the 22 that folds, teasing it, and it was really fascinating because it looked so weird. Forgot the company name. Well, it said at the end there, but you were the only one that said anything. So this is how this one went down. For the people that might be listening to this as a podcast and are going, what the hell happened? I can't wait to get to a video screen so that I can go watch what just happened because that was epic. I can't even imagine. And they're telling their friends about it. They haven't even seen it yet. But what happened was, as it was being zoomed in around and whatever, and then finally started to zoom out, the first guess was not a guess. It was just that person who had a cat with a box in, or a box with a cat in it. It might have been George, but it looked like a different paint job than George. That person left. So good evening, good night. Thanks for joining us. I don't recognize the name, I don't think. So thanks for joining us tonight. Then Patriot said it's every second matters. Nope, it was not every second matters. It was, in fact, that O2, right? Or the ounce. I think they called it the ounce pistol. Then we got Barbecue saying, wait, are you, is Patriot saying he's got the every second matters shirt? Because I'll give Patriot 10 points because I know he bought one of those. ETM shirt goes to Patriot. Okay, and then Barbecue is saying I have 2 Every Second Matters shirts, one of which I wore today. So BBQ, oh, I gotta go 10 points there. So Barbecue will get 20 points for that, I guess. 20 points for E2M shirts. Let's see. Smeggy is saying he has an E2M with a water bottle. So Smeggy gets another plus 10 points for Every Second Matters water bottle. And a Poco Ghibli shirt and a DJS shirt and your van. So that's 40 points for shirts. Thanks for those, by the way. So the van one is Oro. That one's pretty cool. I should get one of those. I had one and it's all dead now, from wearing it too much. And I've never gotten one of the water bottles, so thanks for doing that. Poco Ghibli, I have no comment on. That's between you and Travis. Let's see. Then Patriot said mini revolver. Then Roy said, I know this one. It's the weird folding 22 from SHOT Show. Smeggy says life card. And then Barbecue said Walther. Smeggy just said, oh shit, I know the thing. What the hell is it called? And then Gizzard said it's a gun. And then Barbecue came in with the most correct answer. Then that was it. So Roy clarified it's the 22 that folds. I remember you teasing it, and it was really fascinated by it because it looked so weird, but forgot the company name. Barbecue says you interviewed the guy about that gun. Patriot says the pen gun. No, it's this thing that kind of looks like, you know what it looks like to me? Back in the day when I was a little kid, I don't know sports, but I was hanging out. We were playing Star Wars figures or something by or maybe Matchbox cars back in the day, next to a baseball field. And in the dugout or whatever, I found this thing that you push these buttons and then these numbers move. And I think it's for people to keep track of baseball numbers. So it looks to me like that thing. Like that thing looked exactly like that. It kind of looks like a hand exerciser, like that you squeeze their fingers with. And except that the things normally have like a button for each number. I don't know what the baseball things are. But anyway, that's what we're talking about. It's if it hasn't been described to you, it's a gun that some guy in Washington State came up with as an engineer, thinking outside the box and coming to the firearms community with a completely outside the box. The 10 rounds or 11 rounds that it holds are held primer up as if the magazine was folded on top of the magazine on top of the barrel with the bullets down. So it's the strangest shape. So the bullets come backwards towards the rear of the gun, and it's kind of like a bullpup, I guess. And then they shift 90 degrees as they fall down in line with the barrel, and then it shoots somehow. And I mean, it's just a mock-up prototype, but it looks completely different. It almost looks like a snail or something. So then I'm giving this to Roy, is what it all comes down to. So that was the last Zoom one, and that's going to Roy for the full 15. Well, yeah, 15 points because nobody else came up with a more accurate one. Patriot is saying he's also got a one from, so we're going to give you a 20 there because you got a Gun Channels one. Right on. Thanks for that. Barbecue said he bought a stripper clip one for DJ. Yeah, sure, you can get points for that. Why not? So that is 30 points now for Barbecue. Take it to the next level, get an E2M sweatshirt, and take a pic at Mount Rushmore. Did you do that? Is that happening? Did that happen here? Because Pink can definitely have... Did I already get Pink on this? No. So Pink... I don't know. Let me know how many, but I'm going to put 10, I guess, for that. All right. And Smeggy, and he has a Gun Channels hoodie. So that ended up to just in that little bout right there of folks comparing stuff that they got from over the years from Gun Channels over at the print-on-demand store. Smeggy 50, Barbecue 30, Patriot 20. Oh, no, I got Barbecue twice in here. Oh, no, these are the Wise Alec points. So, and then Pink with 10. I'm sure Pink has more than that. I mean, there wouldn't even be Every Second Matters patches except for Pink and Marco made them. And pretty much Gun Channels patches because Pink and Marco made them. And then I was able to get some cheap ones because they made them. So thanks to those guys from back in the day. All right, so with that, it's now time to have a vote on the poll. And that will be a number of points also. We got to hurry up. At some point, I'm going to smash into the... mouse party, and unlike a lot of other people who cork more than once in a day like Night Strike, I don't like to smash into other people's shows. So the next thing will be guessing the YouTube channel member icon for 5 points. I'm going to make that 50 points or 100 points. I guess I can't do that. Let's say 25 points and 40 points. I just changed it. I know a lot of the other gun game shows that you watch each week won't just change the rules in the middle, but I do. So we just did. So now we're going to flip over. Some of you are flipping out because the rules just got changed, but we're flipping over to random number generator, which some of you love and some of you hate it. Oh, did I click on the wrong one? Oh, I clicked on some weird one. I'm not clicking on that one. Come on. The good one. What the hell? How come there's so many of these? Random. I mean, our computers pick random numbers constantly, and I got to go to a stupid website to do it. Come on, man. So let's look at the options again. 1.4C is number 1. Pink is number 2. Kalash is number 3. You don't have to use the numbers. I'm just showing you how they relate so that there's no discrepancies by lawyers or something after the fact. 1, 2, 3. Chair is 4. Clip is 5. And DGS is 6. So you've, by now, here, I'm about to put the lines. See what I'm doing? If you're watching the screen right now, I'm putting lines in here. As soon as I hit the button, it'll be a moment of lag, and then those lines will exist. If you have not already guessed before this thing, then what'll happen, and there's no wrong answers. You don't have to worry about putting a wrong answer in there. We're removing anything like that. But if you don't get an answer in before I post this little line right here, then your answer doesn't count. Sorry about that, but that's just the way it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. There goes the line out to the world. So Gizzard's stripper clip is the last one. Now, if some of you are channel members and you don't know it, do like what DJ does and flip over to your channel member wizard thingy and flip the actual icon on, and that makes another 10, another whatever I just said, another 40 points. All right, here we go. Here we go. Everybody ready? Hands inside the cart at all times as we go random. Here we go. We're going to put in the number 6, and without any further ado, no more ado at all, we will now be randomly generating the number 1 to 6. Oh, it's number 5. That means stripper clip. Let's go see who may have picked stripper clip. If you pick stripper clip and I'm going to miss you, oh, snap, Gizzard just picked stripper clip. Then let me know if I'm missing you, but we got Gizzard in here with stripper clip. Chair. Has anybody else got stripper clip besides Gizzard? Did anyone else have stripper clip besides Gizzard? I don't see anybody else's. Oh, I got to go back to a lot of ones to see. But this is the fun part. If I flip, I'm going to flip a commercial on so that you all can think about grabbing something at our print-on-demand store that we were talking about earlier, and I'll go scroll through and see if I find everybody's stripper clip comment.
Hey, did you know that you could help support our future projects and let everyone know you're a fan of what we do? Check out our print-on-demand store. We have a tab here on YouTube. When you click on it, you can choose from a bunch of different items. We have shirts and posters and coffee mugs. Click on the one you like. When you find the design you want to put on it, choose a color and a size if it's appropriate. And when you purchase these items, a portion goes to help fund our future projects. We really do appreciate your support. You get some cool stuff. When you get that stuff, post pictures here and on other platforms, and we'll hook you up next time you order from our Gear website store. Thank you for your support of gunwebsites.com.
All right, you know what? It's pretty tough to go back and look at all this. I don't have an intern. Like a lot of these gun game shows that you listen to or watch each week, they've got a whole staff of interns that take care of all these kind of things. I don't have any interns. So I had to go back and look through that all by myself, but I didn't find anybody except for Gizzard who actually picked stripper clip tonight. Did anyone out here tonight pick stripper clip besides Gizzard? Yeah, no worries. You weren't here for it probably at the beginning. All right. So Gizzard just got, wait, let me go look if Gizzard's a channel member. Okay, so Gizzard just got 25 points for that. 25, let me put it over here, 25 for Gizzard. And that was for the icon challenge. Okay, so tonight we've had a couple of different things. We had some pre-challenges that some people took us up on and made some points on. We had the random icon challenge. So channel members always get more points because they can just use the actual channel icon. That's one of the features of being a channel member. So I'm giving them an opportunity to flex that if they want to. So thanks to Cape Gunworks. And we just had, I think at the beginning of the show, it started off, oh, it's not going to show me, but it starts off with, or it started off, oh, maybe it'll show me over here. It started off with an announcement of a new channel member. And no, I guess it didn't let me. But thanks to, or wait, maybe it is going to let me. No, it didn't let me. But thanks to the people that are channel members, and this, again, is a way for y'all to flex if you want. We also did the Zoom challenge. That was new because I had to figure it out. So let me know if that worked. It seemed a little long to me, right? And I don't know. We are smashing into that other show. We also had the tactical quiz. We still have some questions left on, and then we'll have to tally up all these points. And that's going to be a bit of another challenge tonight. So here we go. The next question is question number 7 in the Handgun Magazine Capacity Quiz. The Magnum Research Desert Eagle Mark 19 in 44 Magnum has a standard magazine with how many rounds? Is it a 7+1? Is it an 8+1? Is it a number 9+1? Or would it be a 10+1? We're talking about the Magnum Research Desert Eagle Mark 19. What is a Mark 19? That has the rail on top and some other features. It's in 44 Magnum. The Desert Eagle comes in a couple of different calibers. 44 Magnum would be considered one of the middle calibers. 7+1, 8+1, 9+1, or 10+1 is the question. We look for the most accurate answer first. So I believe that, and then you've got to go by what I see on my screen, even though it might be different than what's happening on the YouTube screen. And because there's 2 different channels and Twitch watching this, but I see 545 by 39 putting in 8.8+1, and I think that's what it is. But again, I am not required to remember the answer to all of these things because I don't remember this kind of stuff. So I think 545 is going to get this one, but we'll find out. Now, here's the good news. All this stuff's written down, so all y'all are in your places if I'm wrong on this one, or he's wrong, or whoever's wrong. Let's just assume 545 by 39 is a dude. So we're going to put in some equal signs. That's going to denote that all other questions, or that the next question is starting. We're on number 8 out of 10. The Glock 17 Gen 5 has how many rounds in its standard magazine? Is it 7+1? Is it 10+1? Is it 15+1? Or is it 17+1? The Glock 17 Gen 5 has how many rounds in its standard capacity magazine? This is question number 8 out of 10. Is it 7+1? Or is it 10+1? 15+1 and 17+1. There's a lot of people who have made the deliberate decision to be a Glock hater. They've said, I'm going to live my life hating perfection and the actual correct grip angle. And what I'm going to do is alter my life the same way everyone has to alter their grip angle when they want to like some other kind of gun. And those people have effectively taken themselves out of the game by not knowing things, simple things like how many capacities of magazines there are. I keep seeing Gizzard as being the first one, and then it all populates differently. Is that happening to just me, or is anybody else seeing that? But 545 by 39, 17+1. Bonus question, is it called the Glock 17 because it has 17 rounds in it? You know, Shan thinks so. I'm about to drop some lines in here because we did get an answer, and that is number 8, right? And that is 545 again. I'm about to drop some lines. Boom. So next question will be 9 out of 10. There's time to redeem yourselves with at least 20 more points, depending on where you're at in the rankings. The Rock Island Armory XT22 Magnum Pro holds how many rounds in its standard magazine? So the Rock Island Armory XT22 Magnum Pro, how many rounds does it hold in its standard capacity magazine? There's no +1s here, ladies and gentlemen. Is it a 7-round magazine? Is it a 10-round magazine? Is it a 14-round magazine or is it a 20-round magazine? There are no plus ones here tonight. There are no plus ones here tonight. Every incorrect answer. No, wait, we're not doing that one. Or wait, are we doing that one? We're looking for the first rightest answer. This is a 22 Magnum. I don't remember the answer, so you got that going for you. I have no idea what the answer is. I don't think it's 20, though. And I'm almost positive it ain't 7. 14 seems stupid. So I think it's 10. So I think it's Roy. But I could be wrong. Roy could be wrong. We're going to find out. 9 equals Roy. I appreciate that a lot of the other shows that do gun game shows every single week, that handcraft a new gun game show every week, might do them differently than we do them. But that's why we stand alone as our version. Oh, I have to put these lines in here. The Keltec P50 is in what caliber? Is it in 17 HMR? Is it in 22 HMR? Or I mean 22 LR, I guess. Is it in 30 Super Carry? Or is it in 5.7 by 28? The Keltec P50, is that a laser gun? Is that some kind of thing from the movie Aliens? Barbecue says he has one of these. The 500-round bacon period is a nightmare. Not happy with it. He has a review on his channel. Gizzard is saying 17. Crump comes in and says 5.7. Is there a more correcter answer than 5.7, which is just a half of an answer? Boom, Pink says 5.7 by 28. We're playing for the not the necessarily the first answer, the first correctest answer. And we still don't have the most correctest answer before I put these lines in here. So Pink thinks he just stuck it from somebody. Is somebody give me more corrector before I put these lines in here? This isn't like your other game shows that you watch all week. I'm giving you an opportunity to double trump. Crump to double trump. I gave everybody the opportunity. Oh, I gave you the opportunity, but you didn't get it. So, oh, Smeggy did. I'm telling you, there's ghosts in the machine. Now, that thing might have had Pink's comment up there, but I had those lines in there, and then Smeggy's most correct 5.7 by 28 millimeters, right, with stupid metric on the end, is the most correct. Well done. Very well done. That was better than watching an auction, because everybody wins. Everybody wins with that kind of excitement. Smeggy or Smedgy gets, let's just give them, we'll have to give you 10 points. I don't want to go overboard giving just points out willy-nilly. It's not one of those kind of quizzes. Let's go see how we did. We have a couple that we don't know about. At least I don't know about. From now on, I will jump over and turn the password off, though. So anybody that wants to play this quiz, Crump goes live all the time. Feel free to take the quizzes live. They're all open to be played once we've played them. So the Magnum Research 50 AE does in fact have 7 plus 1, so that goes to 545 with 10 points. The Beretta Tomcat with 32 ACP. Woods was not correct with 6. We have to go back to the Beretta. The Beretta. Shit, how are we going to know which one's the Beretta? Well, that's a question. Woods put in 10 plus 1, so that can't be it. It had to be one where, see, this is a fun adventure. We get to go figure out where in the comments Woods said 6 plus 1. Oh, man. So, you know what would be nice? If I had interns to do all this stuff for me. That can't be it, because Wood said it at the end. He also has to have said 6 point plus 1 first. Here's him saying 6 plus 1 first. Let's say that it's that one. That means Gizzard said 7 plus 1 next. So that means Woods thinks he had that one, because I thought he had that one. But in fact, Gizzard comes out of nowhere and actually has that one right all along, and 10 points. One day I'm going to play this where when that happens, he gets 12 points or something, just to mess with people. Just to be an extra I told you so points. 22 Magnum, that That one was also Gizzard. Another 10 points for Gizzard there. The Bursa Thunder in 380 holds how many rounds? Oh, snap. So we're wrong. Wah, wah. It was not, as Roy thought, 6. So we have to go down to wherever, that'd be this one, where Roy thought it was 6. It was actually 8. Oh, Smedgy with 8.8 plus 1. So Smeggy came in and did one of these. He comes in, he puffs on his pipe a little bit. He takes it out of his mouth and he uses the mouth part of the pipe to knock over one of Roy's chips, one of his like little figurines on the board there. And then he uses that same part of his pipe to slide over one of Smeggy's chess pieces. And then he puts it back in his mouth and holds it on his teeth or whatever. And he goes, well played, or something like that. That's what just happened. So well done, Smeggy. And you did it in a classy way. So that was pretty cool. So well done. All right, next is the 5-7. Barbecue came right in. There's barbecue sauce all over this gun now, but he got it. 10 points for being 20 on that one. Does Roy get this one? This one was another one of Roy's that we weren't sure about. I wasn't sure about. How many rounds? How many times do I got to say Smith & Wesson M&P Shield before New York Outcast comes in here and tells us about R&L displays and how they make handcrafted artisan display stands for your pistols and carbine rifles that are handmade in New York out of materials that are found in the United States, shipped with people like Sure Shot, or Single Shot, I guess, who I was thinking of a Beastie Boys song, but Single Shot, who drive stuff around in this country with gas that was probably made in some other country. But otherwise, how many times do I got to say that before that dude shows up? Oh, Roy got this one. Plus 10 points for being right on this one. 10 rounds in the Shield Super Carry. Why would anybody want a gun that has absolutely no grip angle? That's the grip angle on this is 90 degrees. And then it says everything on here. Everything is written on the side of this gun. I don't understand that. And there's a QR code on it. Just in case you didn't have enough stuff written on it, here's a QR code to go know more, could get more information about it. We're coming up on number 7, the Magnum Research 44 Magnum. I was not sure about this one. 545 is who we think won, and he did. That's 10 points for 545. We're now coming up on number 8, who also is 545, and I was unsure. Oh, no, he got that one too. So that's another 10 points. Is this a lot of suspense, or is this a lot of frustration and angst? Oh, snap. Number 9, Roy, again, got hoodwinked by, now I have to figure out which one is this. Which one was the one above this? The Gen, it would be 17 plus 1. We're looking for a bunch of 17s in here because pretty much everybody knows how many rounds a Glock holds. Why? Because the Glock's the most common handgun in the United States today with the most respect and authority of all the handguns out there. All right, I think we just found the end of that one. So this is where Roy said 10 plus 1. I thought Roy was right, but in fact, 14 was right. What? 14 was right. And Crump got it. Crump, out of nowhere. I don't know what he did. I think since he was hanging out with Rich earlier, he's probably got one of them scarves on that pilots used to wear back in the day. And he's throwing that over his shoulder and twirling his mustache because he just grabbed those 10 points out of Roy's hands, and now those go to Crump. That was pretty intense. This one everybody knows was Smeggy. Boom, Smeggy. All right, so there we go. That was the answers to all those. If you're listening to this in the future and this is good or bad, feel free to let us know, because then we can take that into account as we continue to find craft artisan tactical quizzes each week on our daily gun show. So one of the things we talk about each week is the live poll. For the people that show up live, we have a poll, and this week the poll was, next time the tactical quiz goes on the road, which location should we attend? Like, where should we go on the road with this show next? And the possibilities were, first, you want to report a thing like this for whatever it happens to be, and then delete it. So if anybody wants to go ahead and do that, we'll just keep going. So the next time the tactical quiz goes on the road, which location should we go to? The options were Dragon Man's machine gun shoot, which is coming up in September. Would it be the DC Project's Washington, D.C. rally, which is coming up in September? Would it be the Wanamaker Tulsa Gun Show, the largest gun show in the world, which happens twice a year? The next one is coming up in early November. Or would it be the Gun Rights Policy Conference that happens each year in a different city that brings together all the gun owners' rights organizations in the country at the state and local and national level, and lets them take the stage and give everybody an opportunity to hear about what they're doing, what they might be concerned about, what resources they have available or they might need, what successes and failures they've had, and lets everybody have an opportunity to hear and experience those presentations, as well as the community, meet and collaborate and have opportunity to spend some real quality time for a 3-day long weekend with all the different activists in the country. So it's an amazing opportunity, and that happens each year in a different place, and it's happening this year in, well, I think I'm going to call it Dallas, but they might say Fort Worth. I'm not sure. It's in this one hotel on the highway in between them. So that's the options, and today DC Project Rally in Washington, D.C. is winning with 36%. The thing that would be the most distance from Tucson is what y'all pick. So unfortunately, everybody that picked that one now is obligated to pay for me in that 14-mile-an-hour gas guzzler to use a bunch of carbon fuels to get to D.C. But I'll do it. You throw a bunch of money down, and I will do it. Patriot said the D.C. Project because there's chicks. There will be the most chicks at Wanamaker because math, and it's 11,000 tables. The best chicks will be at the DC Project, and then Gun Rights Policy Conference, and actually, no, Dragon Man's shoot will probably be a bunch of dudes. It'll more than likely be a bunch of dudes. So, yeah. So, you got that going for you. So now you got some sexism in the end of the show here. Now it is time to add up the points. You think this is going to be easy, but I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Unlike some of the other live shows that each week will do a tactical quiz like this, I do mine a little bit differently in the fact that I'm going to tally up the points here in front of everybody with the piece of paper that I use to put all the points on. So everybody knows it's legit and above board, and there's no liquid paper going on here. If I held this up to the light, you'd see there's no additional invisible inks being used. I don't have any lemons in sight for invisible ink or anything like that. Let's just try to go through and accumulate who's winning. Is there any guesses on who's winning tonight? 10 points if you correctly identify who's going to win. And that might throw it all off. Remember what happened with Pink last week? So right now, here, I'm going to throw some lines in. What do you mean throw some lines in? I'm going over here to my computer. And then what I do is I click the mouse right there. And then I put a bunch of lines in somehow like this. And then whenever I click this, then you have to write it again, Smeggy, because then the lines will happen. And then whoever says stuff under those lines, that's what we're talking about. There's the tactical quiz over there. So let's try to accumulate some points. Gizzard says Roy. Smeggy says Smeggy. So you guys get the point. All right, so 20 to 40 was just the number of points Gizzard ended up having the opportunity to win. We got DJ. 10 points for something and then another 5 points. So right now, 15 points. And then I'll cross that out. See how I do it? Then we got Smeggy with 10 points and 50 points. So I'm just going to go Smeggy like this. And then go 60 and then cross those out. See what we're doing? It's all legit. It's all above board. Look, I don't even have sleeves or nothing. This is all happening in real life. Roy, who at this point has got more than one vote for winning, and you're going to get 10 points for saying that. Roy, 15 points plus 5 for being a cool answer, so 20. And then I cross these out. Woods, remember Woods? 15 points for that one. DJ, remember that guy? He had 15 over here. Boom, boom. So that's another 30. I just changed that 15 into a 45. It's an old trick from school. If you're a youngin', learn that one. Saves you hours. Barbecue. Do we got him on here? No. Yep. So Barbecue, 5 points for something I wrote over there. So we got 5 there and that. Roy. What the hell is that noise? Wow. I've never felt. Did you feel that? Wow. I saw some really weird clouds earlier today. I wonder if we're getting weird weather. That just felt like the weather went boom on the house. Like there's no rain or nothing. It just felt like everything just got smushed by air or something. That was weird as hell. Barbecue was that one. So then Roy, I was about to do. Oh no, I just did the Roy 15. Oops, I hope I didn't miss that one up. You all can tell me if I mix that one up. Then Barbecue again, 30 points for all these shirts. So we'll put a thing there. Change this to 35. Next, Patriot, 20 points and 10 points. So that's 30 points for Patriot. With all this writing, I feel like I can write again. I was crippled. I wasn't able to write anymore with a pen because I type all the dang time. But because of doing all this in this darn show, I can write again. So there's 30 for Patriot. Barbecue got 25 points for being a smartass earlier. So that happened. 20, so that's 60 points for Barbecue at this point. That's what's happening right now. Pink, 10 points. We don't even have Pink on the board yet. So there's Pink coming in with 10 points. That's the first page. There's a whole other page. You thought we were done? We're not done. So is the mouse party getting crammed? Oh, I smashed right into the mouse party. The mouse party was smashed into a while ago. So if you get sick of this, you can watch the mouse party. We'll link to it when we're all done here. Or DJ's probably already linking to it somewhere. So what do we got here? Gizzard says Roy. Smeggy says Smeggy. Patriot says 556 or 545 guy probably. Gizzard says Roy. Pink is also saying Smeggy. Roy is saying every time you say I heard a noise, assume a giant mosquito. No, this was like the air pressure just weirdly jumped or something. You missed Roy's 15. I think I got it again though, right? Like I think you were saying that, but I got it, I think. Okay, so then we got the back page. Now we got 545 on the board with 10 points. Boom. Gizzard, 10 points. Gizzard's on the board. With 10 points. Boom. Smeggy, 10 points. So Smeggy's up to 70. That's when you use the pipe to knock Roy's thing off the chessboard. Barbecue, 10 points. Now Barbecue's up to 70. Does anybody even vote for Barbecue? How come nobody voted for Barbecue? He's up to 70 points. I think y'all better be paying attention to more points in the future. Maybe. That was Barbecue's 10 points, right? Then we got Roy's 10 points. Roy is up to 30. 545 has got another 10 points and 10 points, so that's 20. We'll make that into a 30 and knock those out. Gizzard, Icon Challenge. How many was the Icon Challenge? 10 points? 5 points. Oh, that was only 5 points. Oh, no, I changed it. That's right. I changed it to 25. So Gizzard, 25, is now at 35. Boom. That was 35. Then Crump comes in with, was Crump on the board yet? I thought Crump got 2. Crump in with 10 points. And then Smeggy, oh snap, Smeggy at 80 points. I think that just happened. Didn't Crump have 2? Or am I crazy? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I thought Crump had 2. But doesn't matter. They wouldn't have saved him. It turns out Smeggy was the winner. And I think at this point, Ray should now be at 45-25. Am I mixed up here? Did I miss something? So Smeggy is the only one that picked Smeggy. I think Smeggy is the only one that picked Smeggy. So Smeggy's the only one that's going to get 10 points for Smeggy. Yep. So now Smeggy gets 90 because he also picked himself. Nice. So that just happened. Boom. Let me go grab some stuff. I think I got it. I want to go with one of the rainbow patches. Oh, Pink picked you? No, Pink picked Barbecue. Unless your name is Barbecue. So if you want one of these, or if you want something else, let me know. Otherwise, if you want to pick one of these, then that will be Smeggy's loot for today. Although there will be other things included in there, such as one of the bingo cards I don't have with me right now, and that kind of thing. Pretty close. Barbecue will be able, hold on, let me see what color I have. So then Barbecue will be picking next. So Barbecue can also grab one for coming in second placed. The third place would be probably Gizzard at 35. But are you saying Roy should have 45? So we'll make Roy at 45. He would be technically at third then. So congratulations. So if you're saying you want blue, I'm going to say this is the bluest of the blue. I think these get a little greenier. So Smeggy, oh wait, I already got you right here. Went with the blue. And then blackish gray. Come on, man. I guess I'll give you this one. So there we go. So hopefully that was an interesting tactical quiz. And let me see if I'm missing anything. It started a lot of threads on this one. My goal was to, keep some different kind of games going and some themes going, but then, introduce some new stuff. And I'm striving to keep the scorekeeping more realistic. Sometimes gets kind of crazy trying to get stuff sent out. So Patriot, now that you're out there, I don't know if you heard before, but everybody's getting their packages from whenever it was, because I sent a bunch of stuff out the other day. I made a video, but I guess I didn't have a chance to get it edited and posted. When you get that thing, there's going to be a square one in there that's got some sort of, I forget what it says on there, but it's got like a guy with nods, like with a helmet with nods on it. So it kind of looks like a skull. And you can orient that because at the bottom left of the patch is where they started and stopped the sewing the Velcro to the patch. So when you hold on to it, it's going to have some loose threads at the bottom left. And the one for the Haas has the scroll at the top, so the curvy part is up top, and then the two weird parts are the stocks from the rifle and the shotgun, coming out like from behind the skull. So that's how you orient that one. Hopefully that worked, and yeah, hopefully everyone's enjoying the tactical quiz. Feel free to let others participate. Hopefully it just gets more fun with other people participating. I'm going to end the poll over there. I wish I could go somewhere. Eventually I will be able to be in that position again, and I will attempt to go to every single one of these events and more. But let me quickly again, since we are really just taking a moment here to offer something that's not so much a distraction as just an alternative way to spend some time on a Wednesday. But we are still focused on our Second Amendment and what it protects. And some of the best stuff out there is the community, right? The culture and the people that make up Second Amendment fans or gun owners or whatever you want to call us. So Dragon Man's machine gun shoot is epic. That's a dude who has at this point, the human who's still alive with the largest firearms collection that makes it available to the public Wednesdays and Sundays, and everyone during or at any time through the internet. He also has camping there. He's got 4x4 trails. He's got dirt bike trails. He's got I guess that's the 4x4 trails. And then he's got paintball and tons of ranges there. And on his ranges, he'll occasionally have a machine gun shoot. And the big machine gun shoot is coming up in just a few weeks here in September. So if you have any interest in going to Dragon Man's, or if you're going to be in the Colorado Springs area, it's something I'd recommend checking out. It's definitely a happening. The DC Project is a group of ladies that meet with the representatives more than once a year as individuals, as representatives of the changing and evolving and growing gun community in our culture. They bring all their different experiences as moms and daughters and grandmas and aunts and single ladies and everything in between. And they meet with these representatives and let them know about their interest in self-defense often, but also their interest in competition shooting or development of the social skills or the physical skills that shooting and firearms can offer, as well as the scholarships and the things that competition shooting can offer to growing kids, and just the other facets of the firearms community in our culture to those representatives. They've been doing that now for quite a few years, 7 years or so, and occasionally they'll do additional things where they get together, like up training and skill building and advocacy work, or testimony to Senate, state level or national level, congressional testimonies kind of thing, congressional hearings. And in this case, they're going to probably meet with representatives and at the same time have a 2A rally in the at the Capitol lawn there, where we've had some 2A rallies in the past. So that's going to be epic, and it's something that doesn't happen randomly or just as a matter of course. It's something that's deliberate, and it took a bunch of effort for it to happen. And each of those ladies is going there on their own dime. So it's definitely worth getting the word out about that and sharing that with people. It's a tremendous effort that's having amazing payoffs. Might not seem like it because some people aren't aware of the work that's been done, but the position we're in right now is due in large part to the effort of these specific ladies in this project. So them having their own DC or having a rally in Washington, DC is pretty epic. I would definitely like to attend that. So if some sugar mama is out there and you're looking for a way to spend a bunch of money, then yeah, all I need is a bunch of gas money and some money for hotels, maybe some money to feed the dog, and I'm on the road. I would definitely go there. Then we got the Wanamaker Tulsa Gun Show. I mentioned that's the largest gun show in the world. It happens twice a year. It's in Tulsa in a giant building that's 11 acres. I think it's 11,000 tables or something, or else it's 4,000 tables. I forget the numbers, but it's acres and acres of indoor space without any pillars or anything. It's completely unique in the realm of gun shows, and it's just an amazing experience. On top of it, years ago, CloverTac came up with the idea of going to the show as media to promote the show and the vendors and to incorporate that into his projects. And then we quickly incorporated that into the Gun Channels community and used that as one of the places that we would meet up, since it's centrally located and it is amazing. And they gave us resources like tables and electricity and access, and they gave us trust as press to cover the show. And just an amazing event that brings people together, continues to. And it happens twice a year, so it's totally worth going to. You can experience sort of a different type of show. One of them is more like a hunting and Christmas, and the other one is more like your kind of people that are going to collect or get that one thing they're looking for. Then we've got the Gun Rights Policy Conference, again, where all the different gun owners' rights groups get together and take the stage, offer a summary of what's been going on, what they might need, what they can offer, and then an opportunity for all those people to get together and spend time together and collaborate and coordinate. Pretty awesome event. So all of these would be worth checking out, and that one's in Dallas. So we got Dragon Man in Colorado Springs, the Washington, D.C., Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Dallas, Texas. Those would be awesome things if you can check them out, or if you can get the word out on them. That would be, they would all appreciate it. Oh, I guess I'm blabbing here. I totally forgot that there's a show right after this one. If I were to head over to a place here, I don't think I'm going to link it right now just because of, you know, wink, wink, the communist in the room. We'll let people know in human voice, though, that the mouse party has already started. I'm guessing a bunch of people have already booked it, already cheesed it over there. But for those of you that haven't, thanks for not typing a bunch of shit here, so I have to look at the spam crap down here all the time. But I guess we'll just wrap it up. So again, our Patriots, our Patreons, the people that subscribe to what we do, make it possible for us to do this each night, each week with the tactical quiz. But each night we go live, not to fart around, but to actually move the conversation about firearms forward by sharing our community as much as I'm able, as well as creating opportunities for Second Amendment advocates to learn and do better and offer or share with each other, and offer opportunities for them to collaborate. We've been making tremendous strides with that this year. So again, thanks to those Patreons who make it possible for us to do that, like we did with Every Second Matters earlier this week. The off-air chats and the conversations that took place, pretty epic. All right, so with that, we'll wrap it up with a couple little exit things here, and encourage you to check out the mouse party.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com. So let us know what you think. We'll be watching the comments wherever you find the video, over on Gunstreamer.com or on GunTube.org. Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourages you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching GunWebsites.com.